Hello, this is Zach Knoll. This is for CIS274 XML, Class 9. And this week was take a CSV file that you supplied and turn it into an XML using whatever we wanted. So I went with Python, and this is what I did. So this is your original file, as you know. This is just like a master I made, so that way I've always got the original one from you as an XML. I'll show you that after. And so it's pretty simple. I found it online, and it was kind of what I wanted, so I just made my changes accordingly. So it takes everything, sets a normal header up, or top comment or whatever, I always forget the word, and then goes through and does any modifications that I didn't like or that seemed necessary to make it a more properly formatted XML. And then I also did, since there will be multiple files, every day or every time I create one, it just prints it with the month and day. So we'll just go ahead and run this. And so, like I said, for now I left it as like an open one, so I just enter whatever file I want to create. So it gives me some freedom to use other files, you know. And this will work on just about any CSV file. And as you see now, I've got my data, and it's the 31st today, so here it is. And when we go ahead and open it up, it's a big file, so I won't scroll all the way through, but yeah, I added these in, and it takes every column and from the CSV and gives its own thing. I ran into a couple of snags, as you see. Not that file. Right here, where I changed spacing out because the CSV file shows a lot of spaces after voice IND, and then of course the ampersand needed to be changed. So that works pretty good, and I can do any file I want, so every day I can make a new one. And obviously I can add it to more advanced timing. If you wanted to send one every hour, I could set it to save it for every hour as the file name. So next, for now, this is what I've got as a changelog, and it's kind of just goes in and compares the two files, and if one's not in the other, it writes it out into a third file. So we'll just go ahead and do that really fast. So I actually did this through CSVs, since that's what you're going to send me every day. I'd eventually like to integrate it to XML, but for now this will have to do. So we'll compare your CSV, and then this one that I'm entering here is actually just, it's a copy of yours, but I added a couple of things into the actual count for students just so we could see some changes show up. And so here it tells you where to look. Same thing again, I did it with the date so I could track it every day. And then you pop this one open and you can see which files I changed. And if you go into the actual, those were 0 before. So I'd eventually like to implement something where it bolds those, so it makes it more noticeable what has been changed. But for now, this is, I think, a good starting point. And then, as I noted in my wiki, the other thing I like is I can compare a bunch of different files. So like, if I want to just compare the newest file to the original, I can do that. Or I compare like the newest file to the second newest file to see the most recent changes. So I think it gives some good flexibility in that. I would just like to make it more detailed to highlight more of the features that have been changed. So that's what I got for now. Hopefully it's what you're looking for. Have a good one.